Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Real Wisdom Artificial Intelligence. So, today is April 21st. I'm back here by the banks of Charles River on my afternoon walk. So, let's go ahead get started for today. Today's dose of Rashmi is Intellect is a tool for arriving at conclusions as a mechanism for handling the confusions in your life. Integrated intelligence, on the other hand, is the clarity of making these conclusions purely based on observed reality without the influence of any conclusions that your intellect may have formed in the past. So I realized that as I covered that dose of Rashmi about clarity and how clarity is the way to handle confusions in your life, it may have been slightly confusing, pun intended. So let me try to clarify this using the famous ladder of inference as an assistant. So, the ladder of inference is how our brain operates, where we observe something, we filter the observed reality based on some beliefs, existing biases that we may have, and then we draw some assumptions from that and eventually get to inferences which slowly harden into beliefs, which then inform our future cycles, and the cycle repeats itself. And that is how our brains operate if we are just running on autopilot. And that is honestly very close to how the AI models work as well. They are being trained on the corpus of the data available in the digital realm. And then in response to any new prompt, it is doing a pattern matching based on the training data and coming up with a response. However, one thing that only we are capable of is actually breaking this ladder of inference cycle. And that is what I'm trying to touch in today's dose of Rashmi. What we can do is observe the reality for what it is by being present and aware. And instead of next getting to the step of filtering some parts of the observed reality and then going down the path of making assumptions and drawing inferences, we can break the ladder of inference right there. Just be present and aware and observe the reality for what it is and access possibilities in the present moment that are free from our past memories or imagination. That is something only we humans can do. AI, for all its power, cannot really do that because AI is effectively a model that requires training data to operate on, and any new prompt, it has to first match it against the corpus of training data and then come to an inference and give you the response. So this is how I believe us humans can consciously lead in the age of AI by breaking the ladder of inference and just observing the reality for what it is. Past conclusions, past opinions, have them, but have them loosely held and use them as an informational aid as you arrive at fresh conclusions. And with the hype around agentic AI and all this hype about AI becoming great at making decisions, while yes, any decisions that are repeatable based on past corpus of training data, AI is great. And if you want to automate repeatable decisions, use agentic AI. However, if you want to make decisions which are free from your past memories and you want to access possibilities in the present moment based on what the situation presents, then I would discourage handing that off to the agentic AI tools. Lead from clarity and yes, use any tool that is available as an assistance after you've gained that clarity. If you want to be in charge of your agency in terms of making decisions, which you can make by accessing possibilities in the present moment, start with clarity and be present and aware, and you lead the AI tools with the conscious clarity and making decisions from that. Thank you.